Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. A little bit later than usual, but we are back with the daily updates. We'll start off with Bitcoin. The situation right now. I mean, it has calmed down a bit compared to obviously Monday and Tuesday, which were very, very volatile. Yesterday, to a certain extent, was also still volatile. But it was nothing like that US opening spike we had on Tuesday, of course. So yeah, I mean, but fundamentally the situation right now is still very much the same. Bitcoin dominance is still very high, so altcoins are not the best to trade. I mean, you can see that at this point of time we are getting some bullish momentum here. So that's good to see. Hopefully that continues into the US session. We just got some news, which I'll actually cover live, but we'll get to that. But no, the Bitcoin dominance still relatively high, so altcoins are not ideal to trade at this point of time still, unfortunately. But the stock markets and the Nasdaq are still going up. Nasdaq is about to hit all-time highs. The S&P has already hit all-time highs in pre-market, so we'll see how that opens. And Russell 2000, which basically are very risky assets. So this is very often compared to Bitcoin, actually broke out. So if this breakout is able to hold, then fundamentally that's very bullish. And we just got some news, which at the first glance seemed to be bullish. I mean, you can see the dollar strength index is still bullish, which unfortunately is not bullish for Bitcoin. So far it hasn't stopped Bitcoin from rallying, but that is one of the key reasons why I, for example, don't expect Bitcoin to break above 17,000. Or at least I don't expect it to make new all-time highs. Because the news that we just got is the following, and that is initial jobless claims, continuing jobless claims, and retail sales. Retail sales were higher than expected, and initial jobless claims were lower than expected. So that's obviously bullish for the dollar strength index, and that should be therefore be bearish for Bitcoin. So far it doesn't really seem to have an effect, but that could change. All right, very often the effect is kind of lagging, especially since the US hasn't opened yet. That's opening in about an hour, probably like 30 minutes if you're watching this video. So we'll have to see. It looks quite likely here, after rejecting at this major resistance level between 67,500 and 68,000. It looks quite likely that we technically are going to pull back. I would say the fundamentals are in line with that as well. But in the end, I mean, we have been ridiculously strong in the last week, even with a bullish dollar strength index. So this is also not like the economic fundamentals are not always the leading factor that's driving Bitcoin's price. It used to be for a majority of the time this year and last year, but that doesn't necessarily have to be today. Volume is dropping down a bit for Bitcoin as well. I would say momentum is also coming back down to more normal levels right here. So it's really going to be, I think, the main thing to watch with all of this news and all of this technical nonsense. I think the main thing that we're going to have to watch is that US opening and the Coinbase premium. All right, that Coinbase premium gives us an insight into what the US is doing, institutions, retail, etc. If we actually see a discount developing over the course of this US session, then it's most likely we're going to pull back. Technically, it is already most likely that we're going to pull back from such a strong resistance level. But if we can actually continue getting some sort of a Coinbase premium, which we had multiple times throughout the last 2 days, then we will just rally up higher, right? In the end, on the 4-hour time frame, this is structurally a bullish structure. So it's really going to depend on that US session. Will we actually see some bidding coming in? If yes, then I think we can make new highs, higher highs on the short term. For now, I will still tell you that I think it's a little bit more likely, given the other factors and the fundamentals now, that we will see a bit of a deeper pullback into hopefully 66 and 64,700, and then because that's the level we'd need to hold to actually stay bullish here. And from there we'll see again. But that's what I would expect on the short term. I'll be back with another middle of the day market update after the US opening, so keep an eye out for that. But for now, thank you for watching, take care, and bye.